What's up, guys? So this video is not just about that cat, um, or this cat. um, I just want to hop in and would like to share with you my loose belly fat journey progress, and it has been, I would say, close to 2 months. I think on the 11th that would mark 2 months of my journey. So I will share with you my experience, and also this, I think, works for me. And if you, it varies from one person to the other. But if you find it helpful, please share the comments below on my YouTube section. And if you think that there's another tips that I'm missing out, please also let me know. So the reason I started my loose belly fat journey was that I look at the mirror and I was like, man, I have the pouchy on my belly like a kangaroo, but like a small pouch. And so I'm trying to slowly remove myself from the wall when I'm doing the inversions. I had a bad fall back in my college, and I had a spinal fusion. So I always have that kind of trauma inside my head about falling, and that actually really inhibit me from doing a lot of the cat just blocked the view, inhibit me doing a lot of inversions. I'm able to do handstand, forearm balance, headstand. But I still need the wall because when I'm upside down, I have that back flash about falling. Anyway, so then I just feel like if I build more strength and core, I would feel more confident when I do those kind of inversions. And so yeah, that's how I start my journey. And I started out as 22% body fat. Cat wants to get into this cabinet, so I had to let him in. And at this moment, I measure is 18%. Now this is just approximate because I use the calculations online, and I only use a measurement tape to do all these measurements. But anyway, I dropped 4%, about 4% body fat, which is really, really rewarding feeling. Anyway, so how I started, so the upside first and then the downside. I started with intermittent fasting. I would eat 3 meals a day, and I would skip morning. So I would do lunch starting at noon, and then I don't snack at all. Normally, before I did this diet journey, I would kind of munch like some chips, some, vegetables with dips and stuff. But I cut out that totally, and I just drink a lot of water. In addition to that, just to make myself feel full. And then I would go home and from work, and I would do exercise for an hour. So I normally would go home when I get home like 5, and then I feed my cats and do a lot of strolling around the house till 5:30, and then I start my training for an hour, and I do that 6 days a week. Have Saturday off for rest day, active rest day, and then I would either go and eat what left over or start to do some cooking. So that would be like 6:30, 6:40. So my meals really fast. I would do like 15 minutes max of the cooking. So I would start to eat around 7:15. Yeah, so then I would stop, and I would have like my dessert would be like fruit, or like a small piece of chocolate. Lately, I'm really hooked on this chocolate Mercy. Since the day that I went to Europe, I loved European chocolate so much. So I tried to find some European chocolates that kind of equivalent or close to what I ate in France and Belgium. Anyway, but I had only like 1 bar, so it's really small, like this, or 2 if I feel like I really want to indulge a little bit. Anyway, and then I just fast until noon the next day. So within a week, I lost 3 pounds. Now my goal for this journey is not really losing weight. When I'm at the heaviest, normally in the winter, I would be around 100 pounds, and I'm really short. I'm like 4 feet 10 and a half. So in the summer, I normally weigh like 96, 97. So within a week for the intermittent fasting, I dropped 3 pounds, and I would just say, wow, I don't want to lose so much fat, because my goal is gain muscles and keep the curves. I don't want to look too masculine. I want to keep some softness on my body. So then I just completely stopped the intermittent fasting after 2 weeks. So that 3 pounds drop initially, and then it started to bounce between 1 pound up and down, and I stopped completely, and I just like, I want to keep it at this 93 pounds because I don't want to go to 90. It's just too much. So before I started this diet journey, normally in the morning I would have my smoothie, and then I have lunch. So I cut out that smoothie. I would just have my coffee and with 2 spoons of sugar, and now I put a little bit oats in my coffee, just like my morning breakfast. And I alternate my meals, like for example, if I have my light lunch, like if I have my power smoothie, so I shift my smoothie to lunch, and I added protein powder initially because I'm wanting to build muscles. I will tell you the backfire protein powder later, but like initially I put protein powder in my power smoothie, and then if I have that for lunch, then dinner I would have a little bit heavier, like I would have a little bit more carb. I don't cut carbs out completely. I just reduce it. I would say like maybe 60-70% of carbs right now I'm consuming if I do 100% as before. So I cut down maybe like 30-40% in my diet. For sugar, I cut down dramatically. I cut down, I would say, like 70%. So I have no sweets. I don't normally. Before I would have dessert like apple pies, like a small slice of apple pies, or some ice cream and everything. But I cut out sweet dramatically. So yeah, so and then for carb I switch to brown rice. Like everything is brown rice. Even if I eat noodles, I would have brown rice noodles. And for the rice, I do brown rice. Before I did only one day for rice, but I tell you why I increase more rice now, because my gut is actually got changed, got shifted dramatically. So I just have to ease it back. Ease it back into this dramatic eating schedule, instead of do it like a completely change. Um, anyway, so yeah, um, where where am I? Okay, so for that for that meals kind of thing. So if I have that light lunch and I have a little bit heavier dinner, and if I have a little bit heavier lunch, then I would have like a salad or something for dinner. And so for me, I think that diet is really, really important. I would say diet takes 70% of your goal. What you want to achieve, you have to change your diet completely in order to meet your goal. For 30% for exercise, I do so. I am certified yoga instructor, and I have been doing core yoga, I would say, only once a week before. But now I switch up a lot in terms of core strengthening and resistance training. So I do is, I don't know what my cat doing. He's scratching something. So I don't have a fixed schedule. Like I don't have like, okay, today Monday I would do upper body, Tuesday have lower body. I switch my schedule, my training constantly, because I want my muscles be more challenged. So the remedy that I'm doing right now is I get so hooked in bar workout, so BARRE. And I have to shout out to this one instructor, Andrian. She's an awesome instructor. I got to have the training with her online through Allo Move, and I got so hooked. I'm sorry, I had to see what my cat's doing next. I think he's starting to scratch something to get my attention. He succeeded though. Anyway, yeah. So my the bar workout, most of the time I would do through Allo Move app. It's $20 per month. If you want to be a member and have access to several kinds of workouts, and you just pick and choose. So I do the bar workout pretty much, I would say, 3 to 4 days a week. And it depends. Some day I do the full session, like 60 minutes, and I'm like so spent, I don't want to do anything else. And someday I do 30 minutes, and then the 30 minutes after that I would do more like ab exercise, and then targeting either my little bit upper body and lower body depending on how that bar workout is mapped out. So if it's more for upper body, then after that 30 minutes I would do more for the lower body. And every day I always have at least 10 minutes of ab exercises. I don't ignore it. Even with 60 minutes bar workout, I would still try to squeeze in at least 5 minutes of my ab workout. So, and then on Sunday I have my YouTube teaching for free. So feel free if you want to see and flow with me on Sunday, or any other sessions that you feel that you want to incorporate in your training. Feel free to click subscribe on my YouTube channel, or feel free to go to my sessions and flow with me. So on Sunday I would have 1 hour of my yoga teaching, and that lately I do a lot of core yoga. I tone it down to beginner-ish to intermediate level with some modifications. So don't feel like you have to be really strong in order to flow with me. No, because there are a lot of modifications for you to follow. So yeah, so then so for bar workout there's a weight set, so that is really awesome because it will help me to gain more muscles because I need to overload my muscles, break it down and then build it again. So they have a weight set. At first I started, the lightest would be 2 pounds and then 3 pounds. From beginning I overachieved. I was overachieving, so I started right away with my 5 pounds. That's the heaviest, and oh my god, my arms couldn't hold it. They started to shake. So I had to do from beginning like 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and now I am able to do some of the moves, some of the bar moves with 5 pounds. And if you guys don't know about bar out there, it's isometric moving in several reps and for a prolonged period of time. So you really like wear out your muscles with like a small move, and you isolate just that muscles or just that area in order to target. So if you do like weightlifting or any other weight training exercise, mainly that the weight would get distributed throughout your body. But with bar workout, it's more like an isolation. So if you do like this kind of move, it's isolate in certain group of muscles, and you burn those muscles even more, and it's so burn. I sweat so much in that. I think I burn so much calories from bar workout than any cardio in the past that I've been doing. Anyway, so I incorporate weight sets on the days that I don't do bar. I would do just some of the YouTube out there. Like I just randomly find some resistance training with the resistance bands. So like I got a long resistance bands and just kind of like pull it up and down, or do some of kind of Pilates with that resistance bands. And I also have to say that because a lot of people have been doing Chloe Ting challenge, so I hop on YouTube and kind of follow her sessions as well. I have to say that sometimes after a bar, then I do Chloe Ting, then her moves become so challenging. But if I do her moves, her workout first hand, like before anything else, then I think it's okay. So it's up to the condition, your physical condition. You might feel like it's not challenging enough or it's so challenged. It's totally at the point of where you at. So yeah, so I did find some of her moves that actually align with some Pilates, but it's not so heavily strengthening, I would have to say. But it is a good, um, it's actually a good beginning for anyone that want to um, get into the core strengthening and torn up journey. So anyway, so that is my exercise remedy. Now, okay, so I just want to show you. So that would be the cover that you will see my before and after. And right now, this is my condition. And as you see, I still keep the curve, and I'm still working on it. Like I would like my booties a little bit more, and I would like, so my abs getting more defined right now, and I start to see the oblique lines and other muscles start to coming out, and it's really awesome to see the progress in 2 months. And so with my arms, I start to see these biceps and triceps, but again, I'm still working on my journey, my goal, toward my goal. So my goal is I want appear a little bit stronger, put a little bit more muscles on some of my abs and a little bit on my arms and on my butt. As a human being, we never satisfy with where we at, right? Like what we have. So always moving toward a little bit higher. But I always keep in mind, I always have the idea back in my mind that I don't want to be too bulky and I don't want to appear too masculine in my physique. And that also helped me not falling into I would say eating disorder, because I know that there's a slippery slope that if I don't see my progress right away, I would go and starve myself. And of course, if you have minimal body fat content, you would see more muscles. However, the drawback is you just don't have a healthy condition for your body. I know a lot of people that have no period when they train and try to lose their weight so much, and they start to have like craving, and it's for me it's not a healthy condition that you should put yourself in. So back in my head, I always try to remind myself that it's a slippery slope. I still have to eat, and it's okay for me if today I eat a piece of cake. And okay, so on Saturday with my rest day, as my rest day, I have my cheat day eats too. So I allow myself to eat some food that I like, a little bit heavier on carb, and also have a little bit sweet stuff. And I feel like I shouldn't feel guilty if I eat those things. And even on the day that I feel that, okay, I really want to eat this and I have that craving, so I really need to eat it and to satisfy myself, and I would feel way much better after I eat this, I would do it. And I would tell myself that, it's not the end of the world, that, oh my god, I eat this and I'm gonna gain, more fat now. I would say that, eventually I would burn that fat if I keep my exercise consistently. The so yeah, so that is the thing. Okay, so the downside of my journey, I for the past 2 weeks, it stopped now, but for the past 2 weeks I had a terrible diarrhea every day. Even there was one accident happened that I literally have to say I shat my pants. I'm sorry that it's so gross, but I had to share with you. And I used to have a lot of oats in my in my diet because I want to keep myself full and I don't go and snack. And most of the time when I have that diarrhea, it's a lot of oats in it, and I'm like, this is not good. I think the oats doing really cleansing here to my body. So I now I do cut down oats. Also the protein powder. So I noticed that whenever I start to drink some protein powder, as recommended dosage, the next day I start to have some sort of diarrhea, and it's really interesting about the gut in my system, that it changed for sure because I increased my fibers. I increased fiber intake so much, and I think that the bacteria, I don't have a lot of bacteria to break down those cellulose, that population bacteria. So lately I have been taking probiotic supplements for sure, and I try to eat yogurt more than before in order to balance out my gut bacteria and to keep my bacteria population in my gut is kind of like healthy. So the diarrhea thing is actually stopped. It has been stopped for a week, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, my body started to catch up with me. A month ago, it was fine. I didn't have any diarrhea. I was fine. Like, oh my god, it's working well. I don't know why some people think it's so hard, right? But I start to have this side effect, and it is really painful and it is really frustrating. But I'm trying not to think about it, and I try to resolve this problem, and I try to incorporate a little bit heartier food. So I start to eat more rice, brown rice now. So instead of once a week, I would do like 3-4 times a week, but of course I eat it with small amounts. But I still want to make my belly a little bit, slowly adjust it rather than a big change like I did from the beginning. So anyway, just want to share with you my thoughts, my experience in my journey, and hopefully 2 more months I will show you a different me in terms of my physical, and I hope that I would get stronger and build more muscles and continue in this fitness journey. And this is my choice. I just feel that there's something that I need to do for my body, and that's what I'm gonna go and do it. And again, with patience and consistency, again, I think that everyone out there would like to have this journey, have this goal. They will succeed just with patience and consistency. And shout out to everyone that have a weight loss journey, that able to drop so much pounds, so much weight, for even for the entire year. You don't have to drop so much weight just for a month or two. Even for an entire year, if you drop 5 pounds or 10 pounds, I would just clap my hands, like applaud you for your effort. I know it's so hard. For me, I started as a fit person. I just don't like certain things on my body, so then I just move my goal toward a different way, and I already feel it's hard, and it's a slippery slope out there that you either can take yourself to an extreme way, to an unhealthy way, or you just bounce back to where you at. And this is not what we want from beginning. That's not from our goals, because we want to be better, to be healthier, especially during this virus pandemic kind of thing. We need to keep ourselves more healthy, healthier, and we need, and in order to have that kind of physical state, we have to eat right, we have to do exercise, and the physical state affects our mental state a lot. So if you have a strong body, and you feel light, you feel strong, you feel confident, that affects a lot of the thoughts in your brain. So in yoga, we always say that it's the mind and body connection. So again, I don't want to take so much time from you guys, but just would like to pop in and share with you my experience of this journey. And I hope that this video or my journey would inspire someone to hop in the goal, or align with some people's goal in the fitness mindset out there. And we just want to empower each other. We just want to inspire each other to be stronger, better, to make the world stronger and better because of us. Thank you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for my yoga session. Have a nice day. Bye.